Everyone, I'm gonna start off with, I can safely say, I've never seen a person so miserable or so vapid of shame more than Boogie. After his recent things and how he's chosen to react to them. He's always been proved to be an awful liar, always using to get himself out of drama and trouble. But it feels surreal trying to see him get out of a situation when lying into the path. For example, that whole fatty coin scammer he did recently. When he was blatantly proven to promote a pump them scheme to his fans, to get money out of them, to basically scamming them, he couldn't afford to, I don't know. So he used the reason that they should have known better than to listen to him and not bought the coin. And that's something he's nailed down very, very hard because he can't blame himself for the scam. On one side, I'm not trying to defend him, but I meant you just stealing from your fans, like making this kind of scam. It is very hard to admit, but that's a much better thing to do than waste your dignity every single minute you try to say like, I thought they would have known, but I didn't say they'd actually buy it. I thought they would have ignored it. I was just playing the dumb card. I literally did a video in that defense where he talked to Mudaha about it, and it was some of an argument, an awful argument, and I broke down how dumb that is.
Exactly, so I played the victim like a dick, knowing it never works, because I'm a fucking covert narcissist piece of shit.
However, I'm happy to say that now, the scam he had no shame to promote has now fully come back to bite him in his ass. His fat diabetic ass. Because the statement that he said a lot to get sympathy point from his fans and haters was that he desperately needed money for medical procedures like his treatment and testing for cancer. Yeah, that's right. Actual full-blown cancer, like he said. Not a good path to fall on as a fan, but it's still the one that he took regardless because, you know, it sounded good from his point of view. But if you're willing to watch this video, you're going to see like how Boogie is 99% lying about that, or at the very least, tiny minimum, how he's trying to twist a very minor condition to make it much worse and paint it as actual cancer. This whole narrative starts with a streaming podcast that he has with his friends, I guess you call it that, called LolCow Live. We have guys like Wings of Redemption, Tommy C, and Keemstar. Wings of Redemption, he's his own fat mess of problems. Tommy C, he's a commentary YouTuber, I don't mind him that much. And Keemstar, I fucking love Keemstar, yeah! He's more of the creator of the show, getting all the people together. But for the stream where it all came falling down for Boogie, he was a part of it. After the midst of the drama, with everyone hating on him for the fatty coin scam, even his own friends on the podcast, on the stream, couldn't defend him for it. So he fell back on saying like how it was really important that he was paid that $10,000 to promote it. That's all that he needed. Since he had very important medical bills, like the testing of his cancer, that's right, cancer, and treatment as well. But the more the stream goes on, the more that defense, that statement, gets more scrutinized. Am I saying that this point of the story is proving that this statement has been a lie? No. Well, not yet. Because a lot of his weak points come falling apart when Destiny, the streamer, he joins the stream to shit on Boogie. Professionally, because ever since the drama, he's looked up like tiny parts of the story, this cancer story of him, to really see if it's actually, 100% legit. Ever since it first came up 2 years ago, well, when that happened, people believed it initially, because, wait, you're telling me this guy, he's not the demigod of healthiness? But the more parts that he looked into it, Destiny, the more he found explaining his argument to prove that potentially Boogie is twisting reality to prove that he technically has cancer. By the way, this is gonna be the whole core of this video because this stream, this short segment between Destiny and Boogie just talking to each other has the most meat and offers the most analysis and research that he's come up with, proving that Boogie is a big fat liar. The entire sum of the argument being that Destiny, with SQC there in the background for some reason, believing that a condition that Boogie says he has, polycythemia vera, being a much more piss-take minor version, polycythemia secondary. This is the power I put on my super biology lab coat. They're essentially the same issue, only differing in cause. Polycythemia being a condition where your body produces too many red blood cells due to a lack of oxygen. If it's secondary, the one that Destiny is defending, is caused by like underlying body issues like severe weight or sleep apnea. Since if you're struggling to breathe when you're sleeping, you're using red blood cells, so when you're awake, your body makes too many. The Vera version, the one that Boogie says he has, is straight up cancer, no other way around it. It's of course much more complex than that, but did you really come to this video for a detailed medical analysis? You pig. Boogie's downfall comes when he says that he needs the money from the scam to pay for like the medical testing for the said condition. At which point Destiny asks why, where he says to confirm 100% that's Vera, or potentially secondary.
But you said that you'd received a diagnosis, but now you just told me that you got a bone marrow biopsy to confirm.
It's a diagnosis, and now we're confirming.
Sure.
It's called a confirmation. The hormone markers are already in my blood.
Yep. So I think what happened is, Boogie, based on everything,
biopsy because I'm wanting to do that, because I'm praying to God I don't fucking have cancer.
He doesn't care.
I'm praying to God I'm taking the 1 in a million fucking chance that they're fucking wrong, and that there's another reason that I have the.
And there's only an issue that gets worse the more you think about it and the more you watch the stream. Because Destiny brings up multiple good points, saying that if he's gonna come out and confidently say it's Vera, which is cancer, and he refers to it online as cancer, why waste more money from your fans to do testing to confirm that it's a much more pathetic version, the secondary version? And that is a very good point. Over the span of his career, or the 2 years he said he's had this condition, quote unquote, he's used as a very good hook to get money and also as a get out of jail card. Because who's gonna really say fuck you to a guy who has cancer when it looks pretty bad? But it looks more bad you say confidently you have cancer as a way to get testing to see if you don't have cancer, just wasting money. I should mention that Boogie definitely fits way more the secondary version, since of the health issues that heavily contribute to him getting polycythemia that way. The best way I could put it, I guess, is like diabetes type 1 and 2. It's definitely way more believable that someone with a bad diet gets type 2 than type 1. One key part that I think is important is what Tommy C asked Destiny if it's a possible like mistranslation due to like how close they are, and the bullshit Latin and Greek names not helping that much.
Because I was going to say, Boogie can end this whole thing. Show me a single document with polycythemia vera on it. You don't have one. I don't think the doctor ever diagnosed you with it. And
Can I ask you something, Destiny? Is it possible that when the doctor was seeing him, they were asking you could have polycythemia, if I'm saying it correctly, or polycythemia vera, but you don't have the cancer version. You have this version.
Correct.
There is
polycythemia.
I'm asking him. Is it? It could be like a lost in translation type situation.
Yeah. So polycythemia just means you have an elevation of red blood cells. That's all it means. Your red blood cell count is high. And
so
I think
you can just be fat and sleep apnea can create
sleep apnea could do it. Yeah. Anything. Yeah. Like that could cause it.
And that is countered with, well, do you have any like medical records that you can show? A doctor's not gonna waste the time, money, and hope of a patient if they can make that important delineation made. But then Boogie brings up the earliest test he did, the blood marker, I don't know what bullshit he called it, but it definitely showed, I'm gonna show how he said it on stream, it shows Vera, the Vera version. He says Vera, like our Vera actually.
So why? Explain to me, Destiny, why there are markers, hormone markers in my blood that have tested positively for polycythemia vera.
If there was, then he wouldn't have.
Look at one of your medical papers, dude.
Yeah,
I'm never showing any of these motherfuckers my medical papers. Go fuck yourself. I said that 2 years ago, and I'm staying by it now. Destiny, Jackson Clark, Keemstar, you can see it when I fucking die.
And that leads to my part 3, where I think like this whole stream really buried Boogie, because throughout the entire stream he refused to show any like actual medical documents proving he has the Vera version, not Vera, but he refused to show either to Destiny or a private third party to confirm it, because he doesn't want you. I've seen people say how they respect that, because documents like that, they're very prudent. You don't want to show like out there online for no reason. But then you have guys like Wings showing it right there on the stream, in front of like the webcam, showing that it doesn't matter at all. And Boogie has no respect in him. He doesn't show the documents because he wants to like, keep it private to himself. He doesn't show it because he doesn't fucking have it. He might have a piece of paper that says polycythemia secondary, but he doesn't have a piece of paper that says polycythemia vera. Honestly, I could boil down this entire video to that 10-second clip of me saying that, because that's like really the meat of it. But it gets much worse at the end of this clip. Which about this whole clip I'm talking about that I'm showing right now, I'll have a link to it down below. Because it really is an interesting argument where every single point is reinforced by Boogie's awful lies. By the end of the clip, Destiny, after trying to convince him to just show some proof, he offers $5,000 to simply fucking see that 4-letter word, Vera.
I mean, if you want, here, I'll do this. If Boogie can confirm that he has polycythemia vera, and he actually has like a doctor confirmation of the blood cancer, I'll throw $5,000 towards his medical treatment. I'll make that personal pledge right now.
No fucking. 10,000. You're not seeing my medical records for 20, not for 50. You're not seeing my medical records.
He doesn't take it because he can't show it, because he doesn't fucking have it. This is the part where I lost all belief that he doesn't show it because of private matters, because if there's one language that would get you his dopey brain, it would be money. This then snowballs with more people claiming to it, with everyone like making a money pod to get Boogie to just fucking show the document. To my shock, after Destiny's like done shouting at him and adding the $5,000, a lot of people in the stream, I'm pretty sure most of them, they go ahead and add their own stuff of money. Initially thereafter, it skyrockets to $50,000, and during that stream, it's not that long, it's like an hour or two, it slowly grows to then $80,000. I'm pretty sure even Mudaha came in to like add to the money pod, or the very least yell at Boogie to his face. But despite all of that money, the lesser part of $100,000, he doesn't take it because he has no proof, just showing that he actually has cancer, what he's been calling it this entire time. This whole thing, as at the time of me recording this video, has led to Boogie deactivating his Twitter account due to the amount of hate he's getting, and probably also the lying department in his brain collapsing because he has no more excuses to make. For me, the cherry on top is when he got his biological brother, which I had no idea he had, to vouch for his condition and risk his career as a doctor just for him. Of course, that means nothing when you have no proof to show and you can only make very shallow tweets online. For me, I think this is the most interesting story I've covered in my channel because it's two parts of an infamous character coming together to clash against them. Number one being the lack of proof he claims to have, when in reality, if he had like a tiny document showing he had cancer or a form of cancer, he would protect it like Moses with the stone slabs with the commandments written on it. And the second part being that the money. I know for a fact it must feel like an arrow hitting his heart when he had to turn down $80,000 due to lack of a measly paper. At no point in time would he let private information stop him from getting that money. He would have shown like right on camera like wings and like show his address as well, like having people dox him. This is a dumb thing to say, but it would look better if he took the money and then delayed for as long as possible to show the proof. Because by him rejecting the biggest, greediest side of himself publicly on stream, it just shows like how long he's been living with this whole fucking lie.